Hello, welcome back to the Creative Cousins
Hi.
podcast.
This
Um,
week's episode is What Even Is Bad Art, Part 2. We're going to be talking about our not so finest moments, showing real life examples. So hopefully it makes you feel better about yourself.
yeah, I have even more examples from before, all still from like my college days, and then I even have a few like reworks. So a couple years after I did something, I'm gonna redo this. So you guys are in for a treat today. But first, I want to start off with a little something that I want to show you, Allie. So we've already seen this before. The original drawing of the marker drawing thing. It's like my whatever flower this is called again. I kind of forgot. I knew what it was, and I can't remember. An orchid. I think it's an orchid. My orchid, and it's the colorful background of the tree and all that. Well, it's a 9 by 12, but I made it into a print. Ooh.
Ooh, the print looks so like shiny and new,
Yeah, this is not an ad. I realize I sound like I'm having
but it is available on her Etsy
but it
shop.
is, but it is actually
It is.
available.
It is
But
available.
but it is not it's not an ad. I just want to show, wow, look how the difference
But,
is. There's that
oh,
much of a
I love
difference.
it.
It's only a size. Like the printing, like
Right. And then it's like scrunched down a little.
yeah, like the exactly. It's a little bit cropped slightly, but honestly, guys, Allie.
It's very, very. Did you get it from White House Custom Colors?
Yeah, I did. I still use them to
We'll have to shout them out.
Allie's recommendation from a long time ago. Um, but yeah, so anyway, I'm just so excited. I just love getting the new prints in the mail because like the prints actually like they look really good. Like my little turtle guy here. Showing a picture of a turtle.
Aw,
I did this with like pastels and
I like that one.
it was a quick little drawing I did. Like it wasn't really that big of a thing. It was just a random turtle from like San Diego Zoo. And then like this print of like the flowers with the bee and like the green background. Okay, this has become a show and tell. We will get to, don't worry, Allie. I will get to the other stuff. But I just
I
like
like them.
I just like the prints. They came out really nice, and I like looking at them because, like this one, like
It's satisfying.
yeah, like
Ooh, I love that one.
the quality of like the printing place that I get it at. It's really good. Anyway, so it
Yeah,
just
that
makes me
looks really
happy.
good.
Yeah, and
I like the colors.
this one I'm showing for the audio listeners is another flower. It's like a pink flower with a green and bluish background
It
abstract.
kind of reminds me of stained glass.
Oh, really? Interesting. It's a good.
Yeah, the background, yeah. Like you obviously have like the green leaves under the flower, but then there's a background beneath that that is like kind of like a bokeh, like a blurred bokeh effect. It
I,
reminds me of stained glass.
I kind of try to do like the bokeh effect for all of them, and it just kind of ends up
Yeah.
looking like trying to more
But
abstract
I
and
like how
looking.
it looks like, you know how like stained glass like looks kind of like it's like contrasted, like I don't know. It's hard to
I think I get what you're
yeah.
saying.
You
I
hop on
get.
over to the yeah.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying.
I get.
You're picking up what I'm putting down.
I understand.
Um
That is what I consider my good art. I'll be honest. I think that is good stuff, good quality. Just ooh, wow, such good art. And then we have things that are not as good. But that's only natural because once again, you get better over time. And so brings
I
us
am so excited to share these. Who wants to go first? Do you want to
I
go first or shall I?
I mean, I guess I can go first since while I'm on the roll, I'm showing stuff. I can just show you the next thing really fast because I have
Okay,
it right
sounds
here
good.
anyway. So, all right. So this one's another classic illustration class. And there's actually a title to it, but I'll let you just kind of guess what it is. I'm a very basic titler. I'm very bad at titling things. Voila. So, behold, Allie, would you like to describe this for the audio listeners?
So it is a girl. She is walking down a path.
Mm-hmm.
It is surrounded by darkness. The path is the only light part. And then you can see the center point is basically like a crossroads for a bunch of other white paths with darkness in the background. And there are people walking on every part of the path. And this is really interesting. Is it her? It looks like it's still her. It looks like it's the same girl walking on all these different paths that are converging in the middle. And it's almost like it's her, but at like different stages of the path. Right now, she's at like the beginning. But there are like other versions of her on the other paths that are like farther along. At first, my first impression when I saw this was, is this person trying to convey a feeling of like feeling lost? Like I was like, does she feel lost? But the more I'm looking at it, I think it's like kind of about how you can be at like different stages in your life at the same time.
Very good description, Allie. I like how descriptive you are. Okay, so basically, it is the same girl, and it's supposed to be like
Like, is it
how
different universes? Like she's on different paths in different like universes. Like it's
it's.
very I don't know what the right word for it is, but it's like sci-fi. I don't know.
I could see that.
Not
So
sci-fi.
basically, it's supposed to be like, okay, there's different paths that you can take in life, and these are the different like places that you can go. But perhaps they all
That
just
all
meet
leads to
in
the
the
same.
center. Who knows?
That is very existentialist. Um, what is the point? You're in the same place at the end
Who
anyway.
knows?
Oh my god. I really enjoyed that exercise.
Do you want to see the rework of it?
Yeah, I do. I want to see 2.0. Ooh. So this one is very similar, but it's way more contrasted, way more detail. The paths actually have stones on them,
Yeah.
and you can see like other paths in the background in the blackness that aren't interconnecting with our path.
Yeah.
And there is no other people. There's no other versions of her this time.
Yeah.
It's just her looking out, deciding which path she wants to take.
Mm-hmm. That's basically it. Yeah, you're right. I kind of forgot that it had no other people in it. I totally forgot. I think I was just like, nah. I just kind of, which basically just kind of changes the meaning of it. But you know, I also was like, I wanted to have it more, a little more depth. So I was like, I'm gonna have a little more depth to
Yeah,
it.
it's definitely bolder. Like I can tell you spent way more time on this one. The bricks are so interesting. Like I feel like the bricks don't look like how regularly patterned bricks are. Like they're all kind of like jammed in together at like different angles.
I honestly cannot remember actually why I did that. But I do remember them being a pain in the ass, though. I do
That's fair.
remember.
I was gonna say that looks like it would be a pain in the ass. Yeah, that is probably so repetitive. Wow.
So this one I did digitally. So I did this one. I don't think I was using Adobe Fresco yet. I think I did this in Photoshop. And then the other one, the original one, I did with ink and charcoal. The background is all like black ink, and then the charcoal is like the paths, and then the pen is originally pen. And I just added charcoal for like the shading. It's not that much shading, but it's just kind of. And
Now that you say
then,
it's digital, I can see it. I actually didn't know it was digital when I first looked at it.
yeah,
I knew it was bolder, but I couldn't really describe why.
yeah, I was still very new at doing digital work. Like this was, and it took me forever to do this one, but it's mostly because I was like super new at it. And then yeah, I tried to make the person look a little bit more proportional. Yeah, either way, I think like I don't hate these two, but they're also like they're not great. Technical greatness is not there, but
Well,
It's all
what
right,
I like about them
actually.
is, uh, maybe they're not technically great, but I like the concept. I like the idea, the message.
Yeah, I don't remember what the topic was for that. Like I said, like last time, we all had prompts for illustration, but I can never remember what the prompts actually were. But anyway, everyone always had like really different looking pieces that they ended up finishing from. Like one prompt will like create like so many different ideas. So like every student in the class was always had like really different ideas. So I don't really
That
remember
must
what
have
it
been cool
was.
to look at to see, what everyone's take was.
Yeah. I do think that there was like technical improvement in the second one, like with the depth and
I think
like
so too,
whatever, but I
and
do
the
like,
shading.
yeah, but I do like the amount of people from the other one because it's just kind of like interesting why there's so many
I
people.
agree with you there. I definitely agree with you there. I 100% echo that. Like I liked the um rendition, the second one better, but I would have taken like the people from the first one and like put them on the second one.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Actually, I
So,
really like it.
oh, thank you. But yeah,
You're
it
welcome.
is a little bit cringy to me to look at, but it's fine, I
Yeah.
guess.
Like this next one is going to be hard for me to look at. All this stuff is cringy for me to look at because I thought it was really good. And then I haven't looked at it in years. Looking at it now is wow. This is humbling to say
I
the
can't
least.
wait to look at it. Which one?
Everyone starts somewhere, okay? And I wasn't always good at this. Um
No one ever
so
is to begin with.
I know, but it's just like, damn, like it just knocks me down a peg, which is good for me. Okay, let's look at this. And I
Okay.
think you're going to really, really enjoy this one because we talked about it on the last episode. And I'll let you describe it.
Oh, that's me. Okay, so well, I definitely remember this. I remember this day, and I remember doing this photo shoot. This was like Christmas time. I don't know. Was it actually Christmas? Wait, hold on.
I think
Yeah,
it was.
yeah, it was. It says December 25, 2018.
I was
And
so excited this day because I had just gotten my first camera the day
oh yeah,
before.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's true. So this is fresh. This is like fresh alley photographer. Like this is like brand new photographer, brand new camera. So this was like the process of Allie trying to figure out how to like focus on the camera, and focusing can be a little bit challenging. So in this photo, I am out of focus. It's a picture of me in the right side of the camera or the photo, and we have Christmas lights on these twigs, and the Christmas lights are in focus. However, I am not in focus, although I am looking wistfully at the lights in question. And it's kind of the background's kind of like a bluish. We have a bluish kind of light in the background. I don't know if it's just twilight when we took this picture. I can't really remember. And yeah, and I'm looking over at it, and my makeup looks great. I remember I did makeup really nice that day, and I haven't really worn makeup that much. But and I'm out of focus; you can't really see it. But I remember these photos, and I was like, "Damn, makeup
Yes.
did look good in this photo shoots."
Actually, there are other pictures where you actually are in focus and your makeup did look good.
Thank you very much. Um,
Um, but yeah, this isn't really what I was going for when I took this picture. I'm pretty sure I was frustrated here.
yeah, I
I
remember.
really wanted I wanted the lights to be blurry and you to be in focus.
That was funny because we did try like multiple times to do that thing where it's like you're in focus and everything else is blurry so many times. And there's like the one photo where you did eventually get me in focus. But of course, the face that I was giving was
Yeah,
like
but you know
crazy
what?
person.
I went back and I tried to find that photo. Oh, was that? Oh, that was the one. Oh, okay. I actually know what photo that was. I wasn't sure if that was the one that we had thought was, I mean, I know we got it right
Yeah,
there,
it
and
was
that's
that
true, but yeah,
one.
you had a crazy face. You
Yeah.
had a really crazy face. I didn't put it in the folder because I was like, her face is crazy, but I
Which
could get
you-
it.
Yeah, I think you should.
Um,
It's funny. I know exactly.
I can
It's in my Lightroom. I know. I
get
have the
it.
photo too. I have it. I have all these photos because I remember you gave them to me. It's me doing this, or like something like that.
I almost spit out my tea. There is another picture of you in here. It's not a crazy face, but it's another example of missed focus. And also, the grain in this image is very
Oh,
high
yeah.
because I'm pretty sure I was just like shooting like on auto or something, or like I maybe had the ISO on auto. It was super dark out, like just shooting with like ambient light only. So like the yellow light from like Christmas lights is like very evident here.
Well, this is right in front of the porch, and so the porch lights probably
Just
were
some
on.
available light here.
This one is very similar to the last one, but I am more in the middle. However, I am cropped. And then, but then the lights, once again, are in focus, and I am giving a very stern expression. I don't know, so kind of, or blank. I don't really know what the expression is. However, my eyebrows, oh my God, my eyebrows look great. And I used to get my eyebrows done, and I don't anymore because I'm lazy. And my eyebrows look so good.
So the next one is 0270, and it's from that same night. And this time I just like used flash.
So this one is a picture of, I am there again as well, about this time with me and Rochelle. And we are just kind of looking at the camera. Rochelle's looking more serious. I'm kind of having a little bit of a smirk there. And my eyes, both of our eyes are red. It's a classic red eye situation. And then we have the lights in the background. This time the Christmas lights are not in focus. They are a little bit out of focus. And we are in focus, but we did not give that same blurred background effect still.
Right.
And then we are wearing winter clothes because once again, it is Christmas time. And I remember this pea coat. Got me through a lot of winters. Could be cropped better. We're a little bit uneven. And you know,
Rip it apart.
It's a sign of the times. It's a sign of the times. We're just trying to figure out your camera at this point. So it's literally like trying to figure out the camera. And so flash was used. And so, and we could have just probably moved the camera over slightly or cropped it in maybe. And then you wouldn't have like negative space on the left side. But yeah, and then some direction. We literally on this day, we were just literally, there was no direction. It was just, not that I was expecting any. This is not a photo shoot. This was just literally.
Well, it was a photo shoot, kind of.
Well,
but
it was just us being like, let's test out your cam. I mean, this is mostly like test shots, I would imagine. And we're like, it's Christmas. Then let's take pictures together.
But I just like left you guys to like find your own poses.
Yeah, so it was just kind of like, let's just take pictures together. It's literally like, okay, it's Christmas time. Let's take pictures together. It wasn't like we're trying to model.
Yeah, we didn't have like a concept or like a theme or like a message. It was just like, we can do yours now.
Okay. So the prompt for this one, this is all from the same class, I'm sorry. But the prompt from this one is draw a illustration that's like similar to like the New Yorker illustration. So on the magazine, The New Yorker, do you know like what that is? Like the New Yorker, like the magazine.
Yeah.
So they always had a different theme, and it's usually always like a person looking to the side profile, and like it's either, it could be anything. They always have one artist, a different artist every time usually, and it could be any subject, but they're usually always looking to the side, and they usually have like something in their hand or like something else. Anyway, so it's trying to do something, and to pick a theme, I picked Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
That is iconic. Oh my God. Okay, just the choice, the cat, it's iconic. This is not even one I can rip apart.
No,
Um,
I mean it's not great. Uh, so this is Sabrina. Oh, you have to describe it, Allie. Thank you.
oh, right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm slacking here. So it's the words "The New Yorker" at the top,
Sorry, it's
with
backwards. Sorry.
a blonde girl, underneath a tree, holding a black cat in her left arm. Looks like she's doing something with her right hand, like she's snapping her fingers or something, maybe.
Yeah, snapping.
And she, like there are like diamonds coming out of where she's like snapping her fingers, like shapes,
It's supposed to be
like
sparks.
an effect of some sort. And then the background is just like, well, so it's is this pencil, charcoal?
This is pen
Oh,
and
okay.
ink.
So there's not much on the grass behind her. It just looks like grass, and then there's like a building in the background, like a very whimsical looking structure with what looks like a big like pointed hat at the top.
Kind of
And the
looks like
girl has short blonde hair and she's wearing a headband. She has kind of a big forehead.
yeah. Well, so
Um,
this is Sabrina, not like the Teenage Witch, but like Sabrina from the Netflix series when the first season came out. So it's a
oh,
little bit more
okay.
edgier.
I was wondering if it was from that one because it looks more like her
Yeah,
than
because the short hair and the headband. She wore the headband
yeah.
all the time. So it's supposed to be her. And she had that cap sleeve thing. But do you,
I feel like it's a very like sugar-coated depiction
well, this is
of
the first
the show.
season. Okay. It's
Oh, true.
before
The first season was pretty
this is
first season
before
was
things got weird in that show. Okay.
yeah, things got really weird in that show.
All right.
Um
All right. Do you want to see the
that's
rework?
irrelevant kind of, but yes, I do. Oh, I forgot you had the rework. I'm excited.
Okay.
Ooh, this is definitely better. So it's the same girl standing underneath the tree. This time the
Hmm.
tree is in front of the words "The New
Yeah.
Yorker."
Wow.
But
Fancy.
you can still tell it says "The New Yorker" because it's done tastefully. Um,
It's just-
and then the black cat looks very realistic. I would say the black cat is the most realistic part of this image. Black
Mm.
cat looks like it could be a picture.
Oh.
But
Wow.
just the black cat. Just like right outside the black cat, it doesn't look realistic. But that's kind of cool. And then the sparks that are like coming out of her fingers look more like a paint spray. Like if you took your brush and you like ran your finger through it like over top the paper,
Yeah.
and like had it sprayed there.
Hmm.
The building in the back looks a little more proportional. I like it.
All right, thank you. So this one, very good descriptions, Allie. This one was also done, I think, in Photoshop. Once again, before I started using Adobe Fresco.
I am not over the eyes on that cat. It looks like your recent black cat drawing.
Isn't that funny? I just put out a black cat drawing, which I can show you here. Just pretend I put that in post. But yeah, so I I like how it turned out. I did leave a little like there's like a little skinny rectangle on the left side, supposed to be like the binding of the cover. It's supposed to be like this is the cover, the
Oh, I
margin.
didn't really even notice that. I just assumed it was like not cropped right. I didn't
No, it's
know.
supposed to be like a little like thing for like the cover of like a magazine, has like
That
the
makes
little
sense.
margin thing.
Yeah, yeah, to put it in the yeah.
Anyway, so I think the hand looks a lot better. The hand was hard to do, the snapping.
Yeah, the hand looks good. Tree looks better as well. I like what you did with the words.
Yeah.
Overall, it
And
looks more
it's
like the show. I feel like it's bolder. Definitely like could tell right away this time that it was from the second version of the show.
yeah, yeah, you could tell it more for sure. It's more shading, also kind of it's more obvious, easier to see shading, I would say, because but it's still subtle at the same time. I didn't want to do too much. Still wanted to keep it
Hmm.
cartoony and stuff. But yeah, I like it. I do like the rework. There are parts of it that I would still do better now, but I think it's fun. I forgot that I did like the words behind the tree this time, and I do like that. I like it a lot. But yeah, the original was kind of like okay. The cat, oh boy, if you look at the cat up close, you know,
That's true. I didn't look very.
it's okay.
The it only it only has half a leg.
You know, it's
Where is the paw?
it's hey, this is the paw. Um,
It looks like a stump.
it's supposed to be like a part of it is like in the
I
you
know.
can't see it, you know.
It's better. It's a better cat drawing than I could do. So there you go. Um,
Thank you.
you're welcome. All right. So I have one for you guys.
I see.
I was so words can't even describe. I was so excited when I took this picture. I thought it was so freaking good. I was using a friend's camera to take this picture, and they had way better aperture capabilities than my camera. And I like finally like got that like bokeh effect that I wanted, and I thought this picture was so pretty. I thought it was such a good picture. I remember sharing it on social media, thinking like, "Oh my god, everyone's gonna think this is so cool." And I'm looking at it now, I'm like, it's kind of cool, but
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
yeah, you can describe it.
Well, okay, so the photo features Rochelle again.
Yeah,
She's been
so
amused for
shout
both of
out to
us.
my yes.
So
Shout out to my sister for enduring many a photo shoot.
yeah. So she has she's kind of like in what are these cherry blossoms? Or is it like a tree?
So
It's kind of
I don't know. I don't know what they were.
okay. So they kind of look a little bit like cherry blossoms almost, but they're inside a tree basically. And then there is a twig going across Rochelle's face so that her mouth is being covered by the twig. She's in focus, her eyes are in focus, but then you kind of have like a out of focus, kind of like a radial out of focus effect. And her nose is in focus too. So it's kind of like just the top part of her face, basically, is in focus. She is a little bit lower. I feel like she's kind of like, there's kind of a lot of negative space on top of Rochelle. Empty space. So kind of like the subject is kind of like in the lower half of the screen almost. That I feel like if you moved the camera down or something or zoomed in, you get less negative space on top. But the main thing that I probably don't love is really just the twig on her mouth. If it was like anywhere other than the mouth,
I would say that is a branch. Like
sorry,
covering
branch.
the whole it's like covering like I mean, I don't know. It might maybe it was a twig, but it's like covering from like her mouth down. Like you can barely even see her chin.
Yeah, you can't see it.
Yeah, like I see what I was going for here, but unless I was like trying to say something artfully about Rochelle being silent on something, I don't really know why I thought this was good.
Yeah. Yeah, so I do like the lighting, like the effect
The lighting is
around.
very good. Yeah, I like the lighting.
Yeah, the area around Rochelle is really pretty. I like the effect of like the twigs and the branches and the flowers are very pretty. I thought her shirt goes with like the colors like really well. So I really like that kind of accidentally matches the flowers, I think. But
I like
yeah,
how you knew it was accidentally.
yeah, there's no way that you planned that. But then like the branch like the
I
branch
didn't.
you weren't planning photo shoots at this point, I don't think, right? So
No.
um the
So
just
I had to point it out.
that's why I know it's an accident. But yeah, it's just, and I like Rochelle's face in this. You know, her eye contact is good, but it's just
She's so
that
pretty.
branch. It's just that branch. It's a really unfortunate placement. And so, yeah.
I thought it was so good. Oh
It's,
man.
yeah, it's
So from
just,
that same shoot, there is 4124, which is a similar kind of a thing where like, it would have been good. It had the potential to be good.
okay.
There was a lot of potential here
Okay.
that unfortunately,
So,
just missed the mark a little.
yeah. This one is very similar setting, except that you see a tiny bit more of Rochelle. I feel like maybe a little bit more centered, and then she's holding one of the twigs. The branch is still there, but it was moved down slightly, and it's now kind of resting. She's like, looks like she's kind of resting her chin on the branch. Is kind of what it looks like. Problem is, though, that even though it's like pretty scenery and like I do like the blurred effect and like how things are some blurry, some are more blurry than others, I think it's really pretty. But then it's like it's a little strange because her face, it's such a teeny tiny part of the picture is in focus. It's like the teeny tiny part, and it's like sandwiched between a twig and a branch. And so I don't love that. I don't love that. And so
Yep.
I think if it was a little less like she was like, it's like the
Being
top.
cut off by it's like
Yeah, you're being cut
the
off.
branch like cuts off her neck.
Yeah, it cuts off, and then like the top branch on her forehead is like cutting off her eyebrow. And so it's just kind of like a little bit unfortunate. It's just kind of tree placement again. It's really tree placement and Rochelle placement.
Yep.
So composition is kind of just the main thing.
Yep. Oh, my composition in the beginning, it was really rough for a long time.
It's hard.
I
Composition's
feel
hard.
like that's
You learn that over time. It's kind of an overtime thing.
and I have some examples that I'll show at the end of this episode where what I'm showing you guys is stuff that like gradually got better. So you guys have already seen, well, not actually, there's one more. There's one more that might be worse. But then the ones after that, you actually kind of can see some improvement, which is kind of fun to look at.
Yay! I love improvement. Definitely need it. But that's what happens. I mean, you took this one. Let's see. This one was from 2019. So this was still pretty early on in your journey. So I like that. Speaking of Rochelle, I will pull out a Rochelle drawing. I took a figure drawing class in school, and we had to take we did like a project at the end of the school year. We picked a person and we drew them or whatever. I picked
So
Rochelle.
naturally,
Is anybody surprised?
Rochelle had to model for my photo shoots, and she had to model for Bethany too.
Yeah.
She
So
didn't get paid ever.
no, it was for fun and for school for me, and so she
For
was
funsies.
a willing participant.
A slave.
Same thing. There. She can speak on that if she ever decides to come on the podcast. Anyway, behold, this is the first one.
Oh.
Can you please describe it?
Okay. So it's a girl. She's to the right side of the frame, looking off to the side a little bit. She has very wiry looking hair. I believe this is on a pencil, right?
It's charcoal and pencil.
Charcoal? Okay. Her face is very pointed. Like I feel like her chin is like very like small and slender. Yeah, it's very close up, so it's like from the neck up. And then basically the top of her head goes to the very top of the the border here.
the page. And
And she's actually, her eyes are looking towards the viewer,
yeah.
but she is kind of positioned at like a 45-degree angle from the viewer.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an angle here. A little bit of an angle. So this one, my project was like 12 different pictures. There's actually more pictures. I'm gonna show
I
you
feel
5.
like we should show like a picture of like what Rochelle like looks like next to
I
this.
can, if I can find the original reference picture, I will put it in here.
Oh, okay,
Let's
nice,
see if I
nice. Yeah,
did.
yeah, that'd be perfect.
Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But this is what it was. So it was multiple pictures.
I like her
drawings.
I like her eyebrows.
Thank you. And so thank you very much for that compliment, Allie. It's the best you can do. Okay, so now this one. No, okay. I had to do I think it was 9. I think I did a grid. I did a grid of 9 photos. I only have 5 of them. I can't find all of them for good reason, I'm sure. And so here's another one. I'll just
spare the viewers.
Now, who is this? I don't know.
Okay, this one is a little better. I think this is a little better. Her face looks a little more proportional.
And I don't know who she is.
It looks a little
looks like, but it does not look like Rochelle. And so
I know. And like I feel like the eyes are like different shape, like different sizes.
probably
It's giving Picasso.
Picasso. Okay, it's not that abstract. Oh my god.
It's a little abstract.
Oh my god.
a little abstract.
It's not that abstract. I'm getting torn to shreds over here. Oh my
Sorry.
god.
No, I think it's really just the eyes. I don't think the rest of it really looks like that. I think it's just the eyes and the fact that like the left side of her face looks way more stretched out than the right side.
Yeah. Thanks. So now here's another one.
I thought we were supposed to rip them apart.
No, I'm kidding. Yes, you can.
Anyway, it's still better than anything I could do. Oh, is that? Oh, that's not.
I'm crying.
Oh my God. I never seen that.
That was so funny, your reaction.
Did you ever see that one?
No.
Oh my god, she needs to see that. Like I said, still better than anything I could do. But wow, that hairline.
What do you mean?
Look like her at all. Oh my gosh. The next one I have is really good. The next one I think you're gonna have a good reaction to. It's also Rochelle. Poor Rochelle is just getting like ripped apart.
Wait, hold on. Sorry.
It's hard to look at it.
So mean.
It's just, it looks like, it just doesn't look like her. I don't know. It's like, oh, okay, sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
It is Rochelle, but
Okay. Sorry. It's okay. I
so
can control myself.
now it's a girl. It might not be Rochelle, but it's the hairline is swept above. She has like all of her hair on one side, and she's giving the camera a look, and her head is tilted down with her hair. And
Oh yeah, I was supposed to describe it. Sorry.
and I know it's
I
okay.
couldn't like compose myself.
All of these photos or drawings are on toned gray paper. So that is something I have not changed. I'm just gonna put this one away and show you the next one. Just to move on.
Thank you.
Okay, here's another one.
Oh, I like that one.
The surprise
That one is
in
good.
your face. So this is Rochelle, but it's looking over the shoulder, kind of like angled more to the right. I use did I even blend?
Her hair is like partly. I know her hair looks really wiry still. But like she's looking off to the side. Her hair is like covering her face kind of halfway, so it's like she has this like wind-blown, wind-swept kind of look going on. She's in the center.
Yep. And so
Definitely
I think it looks more like Rochelle.
it looks a lot more like Rochelle, yeah.
But yeah, I did these kind of like more sketches Okay, so apparently I didn't do a lot of blending. Actually, I do remember doing this. I do remember doing this. I had to do 9 of these. Okay, I do 9 of these. Have
Damn.
mercy on me. This is 11 by 14. And
Yeah.
so I did,
I had to do 9. I probably would look like that too.
okay, thank you. So, moving on.
No, that one was good. That one was the best. Is this one Rochelle too? She looks like a different race? Maybe?
God.
Am I allowed to say that?
What?
Oh gosh. These are great.
I think I thought these were good,
these are
actually. I'm like crying of
these are
laughter
so
right now.
cool right now. Don't worry, I have a good one next. A bad one, I should say.
Oh, sorry, I should describe this real quick. It is Rochelle, in the eyes, perhaps. But is she's looking to the looking away. She's looking away. And I blended the hair a tiny bit more. We're just not gonna comment about the mouth and the chin, lower half of the face.
I feel like what's hard about these is that you're probably also like under like a deadline to finish this.
Yeah. No, I remember rushing. I actually remember this. Remember taking a picture of this. I had to finish this tomorrow or something like that. I remember being. I was really bad at finishing things on time. I did them. No, sorry. I never was late because of results like these.
I know.
Don't worry.
I get it. I'm the same way, but like not with drawings.
Yeah. So there was improvement and I didn't measure. So a lot of times nowadays, what I do is I grid them out. And then I accurately try to measure it. I did not grid any of these. These are all just free balling. And you can tell. Okay, so anyway, closing that chapter.
That was a great chapter. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate you sharing those.
You're welcome.
The next one I have is bad. 0429. It's also Rochelle. Surprise, surprise.
Ah, I see. So
I thought this would be so cool. I believed in the power of these fairy lights.
You and lights, huh?
Yeah, like I love the Wi-Fi router in the back.
I like that she has, what is that? Is that some kind of like...
It's a wine glass. And then, she has like an admission bracelet.
Yeah, I was saying admissions bracelet. That's what I was going to look at.
This is very, like, I don't know, like party girl chic. I don't know how to describe this. She's holding a wine glass. She's like wrapped with like her leg and like her upper body are like wrapped with like those fairy lights. Like I thought this would look really cool. Like I thought the available light from the string lights was going to like illuminate her in like a cool way.
No, it's
except
cool.
that I then also have appeared to be using flash. So not really sure how I thought that would work out. She's wearing like ripped jeans. She's sitting in front of a fireplace on the floor and in front of an empty bookshelf with a singular Wi-Fi router on it.
That's so funny.
Her face looks perfect, beautiful. She looks stunning.
Yeah, Rochelle, you
even
look
the
great.
Pose is not half bad.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, why is she in front of a fireplace drinking a wine glass covered in string lights?
Yeah.
Photographer decisions were questionable here.
The only thing the one that's bothering me the most, actually there's a couple of things. One, you cut off her feet completely.
Yes.
She doesn't have feet.
Mm-hmm.
And you have plenty of space to like move her over or something because you'll have negative
space. Right, like there's negative space on the right.
And so you could have been like, I'm gonna just shift that over. Chose not to. It's okay. And then
very easy, simple thing I could have done there.
Yeah, simple things. This is not like get a new camera. It's just literally just move a little to the left. And then it's not straightened. I think your photo's a little tilted. It's like a little tilted to me.
Right. Yeah, like the horizon is not straight.
Yeah, exactly. So I notice that from a mile away. And so that's when I'm picky about if a thing is
You know what I should do? You know how you've reworked yours?
Yeah.
I was thinking about this earlier today. Now that I have this new AI software, I should take these images and see what AI could do to improve them.
That's a funny topic. That's a funny topic.
Um,
That's our new just watch out in the future. We'll have Ali rework old photos with AI and we can judge them.
that would be great. Like replace the wine glass with like something interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, it could be
I don't know.
anything. It
Or like that picture of the girl holding the moon. Like I could just replace it with like a real moon.
Oh, that's fun. You could make it like a fantasy type of
I think that would
thing.
be a good one to do. Yeah.
That would be
And like
really
even replace the
funny.
whole background even.
I would love that. That would be so funny. Because right now, this picture, what the message you are sending with this picture is Rochelle likes to drink and hang out on the floor and accidentally
She gets a
got
little too drunk
yeah,
sometimes.
she got accidentally a little too drunk and she like fell into the lights and got stuck. But then she was like, it's whatever. And so she's like chilling. And she probably has internet connection. So
I don't know how like people entertained me when I was like beginning like as a photographer. I don't know like how people didn't like tell me like, "Are you sure?" Like,
are you sure?
"You sure?"
We can't question the artist.
Like,
No, Rochelle is a good sport. She is like always there to be the muse for us.
and some of my poor friends even. I'm sure they had fun. I mean, we all had fun, you know?
Yeah, I know it's fun. Like it is fun to wrap yourselves in like fairy lights and have a good time. So it's
And like in 20 years, that picture will be hilarious.
yeah. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to show you the next one really quickly. You remember how like I was telling you that my work in illustration class was a little depressing?
Yeah,
Okay. Keep that in mind. Keep that in your
noted.
Now what could this mean?
Just because you prefaced it with that, I have this sinking feeling that this is like a person that just hung themselves
Oh God.
and like their feet are dangling or something. Like, is it not that dark? Because that's where my brain went when you said that it was depressing.
Honestly, you're very close. You're very close. This is a person about to jump off of the cliff into the water.
Okay.
But you don't see it. I'm
If you
sorry.
hadn't prefaced it with the dark thing, I would have thought it was just a picture of somebody's shoes.
So, okay, yeah. For the audience to know for sure, what you see here are a pair of shoes done with ink. Honestly, the paper could be either way. It could be this way, where it's like the shoes are on the bottom and then the ocean's on top. Or it could
I
be.
feel like maybe it's just because this is on Discord, but I didn't realize at first that that was the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really dark, but I tried to add like highlights in there.
Mm-hmm. Now that you say it, I can see it, but it wasn't like where my brain went first. Like I thought like it was just like a background.
Yeah, I definitely could have made that better. So don't feel bad. But yeah, everything is in ink. I think I might have, yeah, I think ink and then like white pen or white pencil for the ocean. But yeah, I was pretty new at doing ink at this point, and but I was using it a lot for a while. So anyway, it's very depressing if you know. This is one of the reasons why my professor was like, "Why are you doing so many dark things?" And I'm like, "I don't know." But yeah, do you like it?
I mean, I don't know if I'd say that. It is very depressing. It's sad. Like there's just a moment of like recognition there of like artist pain.
Yeah,
Just like
I don't.
you good?
No, like I've never thought about doing that. But I just kind of was edgy back then, you know.
Make a statement.
Not even really on purpose. I was just kind of like, I don't know. I just had random ideas that I don't think I tried to be edgy, but I was just like, let's just do that.
So this one will be slightly less depressing. This is a picture of my sister's friend.
Oh, I think I remember you posting these.
Yeah. So, like, you can kind of start to see, like, I'm getting a little bit better at this point. This was, like, a little later on. Like, I'll let you describe it.
Okay, so imagine a library, and then in between each aisle of a library, you have like, it's like an aisle, right? But instead you have a stool, um, and then a blonde girl sitting on the stool but leaning against one of the aisles, and kind of like her feet are up, and she's holding a book, not reading the book, but looking at the camera. What I am noticing, it is probably not leveled. I don't think it's leveled.
Nope, I never used to do that.
And
I do
then,
now.
good thing. But yeah, the lighting is a little bit dark. I feel like it's a little dark,
It's very dark.
and it's kind of light in the center, like far away. Like there's kind of like a light area, like kind of like down the hall. You know what I'm saying, right? It's like really light over there.
Yeah, it's brighter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot brighter over there. And then it's like kind of like almost like a vignette kind of situation where it's like really dark on the outside and then very light in that bottom center of the hall. And then her feet are kind of cut off.
She looks a little cramped there.
Yeah, she's a little cramped. Yeah. So she's like, her feet are touching the other side of the aisle. And so she kind of folded up like that.
Right.
Positives. I do like the concept of the thing. I like that she's in a book. I like that. I love libraries. I love libraries. I love reading. And I don't believe that she loves reading because she's not reading. But, she's chilling. She's chilling, having a good time in a library. And that's about what the message is that I think she likes to sit in the library.
Right. Like, I feel like the posing is kind of awkward and, like, she looks scrunched.
Yeah.
But you can kind of start to see, like, I was doing a little bit better with composition. Like, she's a bit more centered.
It's true.
Her body kind of goes, like, diagonally across the image.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, the books are kind of, like, framing her. And I clearly, like, stooped down to her level to get her, like, to be, like, I was kind of doing, like, better job with, like, perspective and, like, but it's still, it's still pretty, still pretty beginnerish.
Yeah.
It's, not a lot of thought. Like, it's sort of just, like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. I mean, so I do like she's doing her job, but it's just a little bit of awkward posing with the there's not a lot of
Pose is
space.
very awkward. Yeah.
It's not a lot of space, not much you could do about
Yeah,
that.
like, it was a weird place to position her, though. Like,
Yeah. So kind
I
of
feel like I could have
positioned
had
way
her.
better.
Yeah, yeah. There was actually another image from this photo shoot I did really like. It was a picture of Rochelle. Okay. It was a picture of Rochelle. I didn't have that one brought up, but it was probably the first picture I was like, where like if you go back through all my work and everything, like that's the first picture I feel like you could say was like technically good. But it was still dark. Like even considering that, like it was still dark. So still clearly a lot of work to do. But yeah, I thought I'd share that one because that was an early photo shoot.
Yeah,
And like I feel like the editing is like very basic and bland and like it's natural looking, but it's kind of not very like it's kind of yellowish and yeah.
These are all from like that one was from 2019, so once again that's still fresh. I think I remember you were
Yeah.
saying like inside lighting is hard, right? So
Yep.
just trying to figure that out.
Well it can be, yeah. So Rochelle, we have another one from the same day. It's a picture of Rochelle, per usual. So this one is interesting because clearly like I was starting to like actually start playing around with different perspectives and stuff. Guys, you could see like I started experimenting.
Yeah.
Like you could see that I'm trying. You could see my brain's trying to think
You're
of how can I
thinking
make
about
this
it.
photo
You're thinking about
a
it,
little
Allie.
more interesting. Yeah, I was thinking about it. So again, like pose is kind of awkward, probably not much direction given here. Her phone's in her back pocket.
Oh, I just noticed that.
The perspective is cool, but yeah, the posing could be way better. and like the composition could be better.
Yeah, I just think
Lighting could be better.
um
The lighting is weird because like the light is coming from like top down, so it's like weird shadows on her face. Um,
yeah, you're gonna get that if you're well, sorry, we should probably say what it is. The Rochelle's on a staircase, descending a staircase, and she is in the University of Hartford. I know that because that's what the sign says. And however, the biggest thing that is bugging me is that the class of 2021 is cut
it's
off.
like, yeah, I was gonna say that too.
That
Like, it could
is,
almost be like a grad photo, even though she wasn't graduating. She was like a freshman in this picture. Yeah, just that being there as like cut off. Uh,
yeah,
yeah, I don't know.
it's this that. So I think if it didn't have that, like it'd be a billion times better. That's like another thing what you could do with AI is have them remove the sign.
Yeah, it would be easy.
Automatically, that would be like so much better. Just remove the sign because like I like the brick, like the color of the brick and like the color of the wood is really cool. It's a nice staircase, first of all. And you get rare pictures of Rochelle smiling. So I would
I
like
know.
so I
We could see what AI could do to clean this one up.
yeah, I think
Um,
when this could have potential, basically.
Potential.
I'll show you another one. I'll try to be quick.
Oh man, this reminds me of like a horror movie. I don't know why, but it looks like the like, the ring. It
Yeah.
kind of like reminds me low key of that. Like she's like straight up frowning. So it's a girl looking through a window. You're on the outside looking in at her. Her nose is like touching the glass, and like right where her nose is, like the window pane, like the bar of the window pane, the wood of the window panel is like covering part of her nose. Her nose is like very long. She's a very long nose.
Yeah.
And she has a very long face as well. And she has a frown. And she has dark black hair, like partly covering her face. And her eyebrows are like furrowed. It looks like she is like about to cry, but then she also looks really terrifying, like she's like a ghost or something. It looks like scary, like the like it's just like this would be like the cover of like a horror movie, I feel like.
I should
Um,
rework this
I mean, I
one.
like the eyes. The eyes actually look good. Like the eyes are done pretty well. I like the detail on the brows and like the furrowing of the brows. But yeah, it's very spooky.
Yeah, so this one, I don't think, I have no idea what this one came. I don't remember if there was a prompt for this. I have no idea. This one is supposed to be, I don't think it was supposed to be a ghost person, but it was supposed to just be like somebody who's scared inside their house, I think. I don't really know. Actually, I can't really remember, to be honest. And the person, I remember being like, well, the nose is supposed to be basically where the window was, the window, the wood. But I was like, well, I can't just not show the nose. I can't do an alley and like have something covering
Just be it like
a body part like
completely
that.
covered. Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta just have the nose just hanging out at the bottom. And makes a very long nose and it looks stupid. And there's not enough room for the whole chin. Like the mouth is way too long or way too low in the face, and it's just a lot of problems here. And like the window
I'm excited to see
curtains.
the rework.
Yeah, I might be working. Who knows? The window curtains could be a lot more defined. Like there's no highlight or anything. At this
It looks like
point,
the window curtains are almost like suffocating her, like they're like sitting around her head. Like
yeah, they're supposed to be like surrounding her, but it does like there's not a lot of depth to it, and I think this was mostly done with charcoal and white charcoal. At this point, I didn't really use. I don't know why I didn't use any highlight in the folds of the curtains. It would make it look more like curtains if I actually like added some highlights or something.
yeah, like some shading, yeah.
But yeah, I know it's not good.
Well, that's okay. Moving on. And actually, I don't think this is that bad.
Oh, I
I
love
think she
this.
looks very good, but I feel like the composition could have been better.
Yeah, yours look a
Yeah.
lot better than mine.
Well, but I feel like that's hard to say because there's only so bad you can make a photograph, really. Like, I don't know, there's only so many things wrong you can do with a photograph versus like art. It's like harder because it's like you have to create the whole thing from scratch. I had a lot to work with here, you know? You have more to work with. Starting when you're doing a photography, you have more to work with.
I actually like this
Anyway,
photo. I don't think the
I guess it's not
composition's
bad.
that
I just feel
bad.
like it's very I wouldn't have done it this way now. That's why I included it. I don't think it's really that bad either, but this is not something that like I would be super happy to get back as a client just because and that's why like this was a free photo shoot. I wouldn't have picked like these branches. I would have picked like something else more interesting. I would have like composed it a little better. And I wouldn't have photographed her head on. I feel
Probably
like I would
direct
have
at the forehead. Um, yeah, so I get what you're saying. It's not really like your style anymore, as I would probably say. It's like not your style, so it's gonna be kind of
right.
strange. She could
This
probably
looks more like almost like a I don't know, like a documentary photograph or something.
there was
Uh
this live woman in the woods. Who knows?
yeah,
She's
like I
been
just had
missing
her
for
stand there. You know what I mean? Like there was no direction. I didn't give a lot of direction. I didn't have a
Yeah.
lot of ideas because I was like just trying to figure out my settings and like figure out basic stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like I probably just like put her here and then like I did, I did try to do some framing. But yeah,
Yeah.
anyway, moving on.
She's framed by branches of
Pine
trees.
trees.
Pine
Yeah.
trees.
Like
That's
pine branches.
yeah. So it's
Uh
just a little bit like blah, but it's not like
yes.
technically bad or anything. It's just kind of like she's there. She's
Yeah.
there. She showed up. She might be on the news someday because she's missing or something. She's like in the woods. Who knows? Maybe it's like a
Gosh.
story about somebody in the woods doing something. I don't know, but it could be.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad. Okay,
All right.
I'm gonna do mine real quick.
Ah, it's like them looking into a looking glass or like a crystal ball.
It's
It's
supposed to be
black and white, so it's a person. It's a girl, I think.
yeah.
She's wearing a hat and a scarf, and it looks like it's very cold wherever she is. There's lots of deciduous trees. What are they called?
Yeah, yeah, sure. I'd say so.
No, I'm definitely saying the wrong word. Evergreen trees is what I wanted to say.
Yeah, I think that's
Like mountains, and then like she's black and white, and everything's black and white except for what's in the crystal ball that she's holding is looks like a beach. Like oh, like this is like the grass is greener type of prompt.
yeah. So this is very similar. It's very so. It's this person looking kind of like in a snow globe type situation, and they are holding the snow globe, and it's kind of like, or maybe it's a crystal ball. Who knows what it is? And it's like what they want to where they want to be, and they're not very happy about where they're living now. They're in the cold, so they want to be somewhere warm, and that's
Me
why
too.
that's what it is. So it was done with ink. Everything was the outside was done with ink and pen, and then the inside is like color pencil. I don't hate this
Thanks.
one, but it's definitely kind of weird. But
It is a little weird. It's like kind of a I don't know. It's giving. At first, when you pulled it out, I thought it was like a scene from Naruto for some reason. Um, I I don't know. It looked sort of anime-esque when you first pulled it out, and I was like, "Oh, it's like from the movie or something." I don't know. Thought it was like from a anime movie or something. But
that's funny.
anyway, then I saw it a little better, and I was like, "Oh, okay." All right, last ones for me. So I feel like these aren't even bad. I don't really know why I included these. I think I just wanted to show that I improved. um, they're not bad. It's just like a couple little things I obviously wouldn't do. So this is my wonderful friend Brie. She is beautiful, and I actually really like this picture. Um,
You misunderstood the assignment, Allie. You have to give me
I
bad
love this
photos.
picture.
Hey,
I know. But I just really like this picture I was going back through. So we can maybe just skip this one. I like this
can I say
picture.
something I don't like about it?
Yes.
I don't like the white part on the left side. If would it kill you, just crop out the
I know.
wall. Just it'd be
So I
so
guess that
much
was part of
better.
why I included it. So there is a couple reasons I included it. One of them was that. The other reason is that I just thought the umbrella thing would be really cool, but it's just not. Like, it's just a plain black umbrella. I don't know. Like, maybe if it was like a clear umbrella and I did like some cool shots like through the umbrella or something, but like she looks perfect. Like I feel like she is like even posed well or whatever, but yeah, like again, like composition, I feel like there's just too much negative space on the left and like the umbrella is kind of blah. She looks great.
Yeah, so it's great.
Anyway,
I just think that if you just cropped it slightly to if you just moved it a
the
little.
reason, yeah, like I cropped it, but even if I crop it though, I would have to have made it like 8x10 or something.
You could do 8x10. What's wrong?
Then I would have cropped. This is like a 4x6. If I had cropped it, like I would have. Yeah, I could have done 8x10, but it would just feel like kind of compressed, I feel like. Yeah. And then the other one from the same day, and the reason I included this is because she's like holding her coffee cup. Like, I don't know why so I really like this picture of her too. And you can see like I started doing more of the perspective stuff because like there's a leading line here, but the coffee cup is just like an eyesore. Like it's half drunk. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. This looks like a picture I just like took.
Yeah.
Like a candid picture I took.
You're out
Like,
with your friends
it
and
looks
you're
like
getting some coffee together.
right. Like it might as well be like an iPhone pic. Like
It is
nothing
kind of like
crazy. But we went to like a nice location and like a nice place, and like this is what I did with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you
Like,
definitely could have.
missed the mark. Missed the mark on the concept, the execution, the whole thing. Really, she looks gorgeous. My wonderful friends
It's so
that
funny.
complied so many times for me.
I don't know that her
Yeah.
hand is cropped, but just
Right,
the
right.
very tips of her fingers. And then I think I think because it's also like a vertical, adding it to like a vertical shot, and then also doing the coffee looks even more like it's an iPhone picture or something, because it's very much like
Yep.
here's like a vertical shot of you drinking coffee, basically. That's just kind of composition and framing and the same stuff from before, and obviously that takes time to get to be like better, so I wouldn't feel that bad about it.
Yeah, I feel like those ones weren't super bad, but I felt like they deserved to be in there just because like I said, it was a beautiful location. We could have done so many things with that. Instead of the coffee
Wasted
cup.
potential there.
Wasted potential. Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
our last one. Thank you for hanging in with us with this extra special episode.
Is this like okay, so it's like obviously like a man's shoes. Oh wait. So I didn't see that at first. It's like a man's shoes and like just his ankles, and then like a woman's like lace up high heels or boots, like kind of like next to his. Like they're clearly like standing close together, but you can only see from their mid calf down.
Yep.
And their laces from both their shoes are intertwined.
Symbolism, baby.
Wow. Wow, this is corny. They're so in love that their shoes are wrapping around each other. Also, like her boots look like a mix of like her boots look like a mixture of ice skates and like winter boots mixed with high heels.
They're just high heeled.
I'm very confused
they're just knee high boots. Just knee high boots that have a heel. Okay. All right.
I love it.
Okay, so it's a couple in love. Allie, don't say you hate love.
Their shoelaces are
getting it on. Okay, I don't know what to tell you.
Thank you guys for being with us this week.
Calling my work
More
silly.
to come. We'll probably do more fun episodes like this where we like rate each other's work, show old examples of work. We have some other things planned too, so thanks guys. Thanks for being with us here this week. Stay tuned. for next week's episode. Well, 2 weeks from now episode. We love y'all. Enjoy. Enjoy this.
Enjoy this. Hope you enjoy it. Hope everyone enjoys it. And thank you. Bye.
Bye.